ready to get a little bit better? If so, comment yes. Right now, comment yes, because that's what we're going to do. Scarcity mindset. Scarcity, even poverty mindset versus abundance mindset. Like, how do we break free from that scarcity mindset? I'll be honest with you, I'm a work in progress. I had lunch with a friend yesterday, and he was talking about this scarcity abundance paradox, because you're in scarcity and then you shift and you get to a place of abundance, but that place of abundance creates more scarcity of time, of resources, of energy, and so it's like this paradox. You go back and forth. But what I'm talking about right now is, how do you break free from that mindset that feels like there's never enough? I can never make that amount of money. I've only made this and I've only been able to make that. Got to be happy with what I have. I'll just have to make do with what I have, right? How do you break free from that scarcity? That, like, if you have more, I have less. All of that is that scarcity mindset. And some people, you grew up with not much, or you grew up with just enough, and you've been conditioned to believe that if you want more, you're greedy, you're selfish, right? And so you should be content with having enough. And some of you have issues around money that, like, you think money is evil. You think money is the root of evil. Truth is, the love of money is the root of evil, right? Some of you have got so much baggage. So how do you break free? How do you shift from a scarcity mindset to abundance mindset? I thought I'd give you 4 points that could be instrumental. They've been instrumental for me. They've completely shifted my life. Number 1 is to change your thinking. I know, easier said than done, but if you don't change your thinking, you are never going to change what is in your bank account. Like, if you're not a millionaire in your mind, you're never going to have $1 million in your bank account or $1 million of revenue in your company. And so it begins with your thinking. If you want a couple great resources, there's a book out there called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Great book. Another book by Dean Graziosi, Millionaire Success Habits. Another one, pardon the expression if you don't like cussing, but You're a Badass at Making Money. Great book about shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance, and you've got to begin to shift your thinking. When I began to read some books, and I began to listen to some people talk about this, like, for me, I read the Bible too, and I was like, oh my goodness, look, there's abundance right there. And so I began to recondition my mind around this whole idea of scarcity and abundance. I begin to lean in and to firmly believe that abundance is what I'm supposed to have. That abundance is how the world, the universe is set up, that if I just begin to think that way, oh my goodness, all of a sudden I start experiencing more abundance in my life. And so there's a lot of practical things you can do to begin to shift that thinking. I mentioned reading the books. You can do affirmations or declarations on a daily basis. You can listen to audiobooks and podcasts. You can go to events, all these things, but you have to do what is necessary to begin to shift your thinking. Number 2, you got to change your associations. Oof. Like, some of you got some people in your life that you ain't never gonna make more money if you keep hanging out with them, because they are scarcity, they are complainers, they are negative, and you need to level up your association. Proximity is power. One of my favorite quotes, Tony Robbins, he says, your life will be the direct reflection of the expectation of your peer group. So it will reflect your peer group, it'll reflect them in your health, it'll reflect them in your career, it'll reflect them in your drivenness, it will reflect in their income. So if you're hanging around people that are in this level, you need to level up. I'm not saying you throw them to the wayside, but I'm just saying you've got to shift your associations if you want to break free from the scarcity mindset. If you want to break free from the scarcity mindset, just type yes again, because I don't think you'd be watching this if you didn't want to do that. The next thing is change your thinking, change your associations, change your environments. You got to put yourself in some environments that make you feel abundance, that make you look around and you're like, wow, like, there's more than enough here. There's not anybody in this room, saying there's not enough for me because you got something, so there's not enough for me. No, there's more than enough. Be abundant. And so you need to put yourself in some environments. I was talking with someone the other day on a Facebook Live, and she's like, I'm going to go drive through the neighborhood, that nice neighborhood. I said, girl, buy your lunch and go park in that neighborhood and just eat your lunch and look around like, I belong here. Like, this is awesome. A great little hack if you're gonna travel, like when that happens, Turo, it's the Airbnb of cars. Rent yourself a nice sports car, some luxury SUV. I just rented a Land Rover Discovery not long ago. It was nice. Like, rent a nice car and let yourself feel abundance. Rent that nice Airbnb. You might only be able to do it for half a day, but do it anyways. Book a room at a nice hotel for one night. You can't afford that? Go have coffee in the lobby of the Ritz-Carlton, all right? Go get dessert at the nicest restaurant in town. You don't even have to afford the meal, but put yourself in some environments that make you begin to feel, and as you look around, see abundance. Because when you start to get around abundance, it starts to get in you, and all of a sudden things start to shift, which lead me to the last point. Number 4, you need to enlarge your dreams. Woo! Like, enlarge your dreams. See, when you start thinking abundance and you start associating with people that are more abundant and you start putting yourself in an environment that has more abundance, then all of a sudden you start to realize that scarcity is a lie. It's a lie. There is more than enough for you to be successful, me to be successful, for us both to impact millions of people. There's more than enough. In fact, there's not just more than enough. You have a responsibility to step up into that abundance to fulfill your destiny. So, this number 4, enlarge your dreams. Begin to dream bigger. Begin to say things out loud about how much money you're gonna make, about the car you're gonna drive. Create that vision and dream board. Oh my goodness. Create that board that you can see on there, like, this is what I'm gonna accomplish. This is what the people I'm gonna impact. This is the orphanage I'm gonna build, the hospital I'm gonna support. Begin to enlarge your dreams and document it. Write it down. Put it on a board, have a conversation with someone. One of my favorite things to do with my wife is to dream. In fact, she was one of the first people that really started to teach me about dreaming bigger, because she is a pro at it. Now I just have to keep enlarging the business, and it's time to keep up with her dreams, which is a good challenge, and I'm up for it. So enlarge your dreams, talk about it, write it down. Look at the website, do the research. I was researching. I just took a sabbatical not long ago. I was researching because there was a private airstrip in the place where I was at. Not a regular airstrip. I was like, well, what's it cost to get a private jet? And then I researched to find out how much it costs to buy a jet and maintain a jet. So at what level do I just rent a charter a private jet? What level do I buy a jet? Does that make sense? Like, woo! Enlarge your dreams, people! And don't be ashamed of it, because you can have it all. In fact, you can make a greater impact. The more money you have, the more people you can help. The more successful you are, the more you can impact lives. Because I believe if you're connected with me, your heart is, it's not selfish, it's not greed. Your heart is to make a difference in the world, and that's why we're hanging out together. So you should get off this video, apply some of these principles, and go out there and give your greatness to the world, because somebody needs what's on the inside of you. Go out there and give it away. I love you, people. Have a great day.